approve December 27th, 2022 agenda.
Changes or
I don't have any.
just make the motion to approve the agenda?
I have a motion and support to approve the December 27th agenda. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed, same sign, motion carried. December 13th, 2022 minutes.
Thank you. I couldn't open your document, so. No, thank you. Yeah.
I have a motion. Minutes. And support. All those in favor of December 13th minutes, say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. January schedule.
Well, we have to meet on the 3rd, the 10th, and the 24th, and I didn't know budgets, we thought we were reviewing budgets the 24th, did you want to do the 25th as well, split up between 2 days, or we need those dates for sure?
I won't be here on the 10th. Vacation. Yep, just taking a few days.
All right, so the 3rd, the 10th, the 24th, and 5th.
25th, yep, you guys will do budget 2 days, and
That okay with everybody? Motion said, we'll do those days. Have a motion and support for those days. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Approve to replace garage door panels and ambulance.
What's the deal with that?
well, they're new garage doors,
Yeah.
but someone told the people that there's 2 doors on the west side not to put windows in there. So 3 of the bays have garage doors with panels, the other 2 don't. So in order, and if you want them all matching, then it's gonna cost $2,000 to do that. So,
Okay.
I kind of thought it was presented that way.
I agree.
I don't think it looks bad. What's needed for them.
Is somebody requesting that we?
well, you have to get them matching, but, it's up to you, I mean, that's why you left stuff on the board. I wasn't making that decision. Are they small windows in the other 3 bays?
And they're higher up.
Yeah, they're higher up windows.
I'd say leave them.
My personal thought is I'd leave it too.
Well, maybe if you wouldn't mind, just so I have it in the minutes, present it that way.
So I made a motion.
Motion by Mike to leave it the way it is, and Mr. Jones seconds it. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Discuss possible vacating and closure of road in section 31 of Harrison Township. Is that you, Keith? Or kinda? Well, I know you checked in.
I did speak with people at the engineers conference. No one had a actual formula for it, but everyone pretty much said that the amount of money you get for the unpaved roads is negligible compared to the maintenance of them, and that you come out ahead if you get rid of an unpaved road. So financially speaking, there's really no issue with it. It really comes down to the board's preference on whether they want to keep right away or not.
I have a hard time giving up the right of way myself.
I do too, Mike, and I think if we start, if we do one, and they're gonna come out of the woodwork, I'm afraid. That's my opinion. I would rather not, I think, personally. kind of a wash. Didn't you say, Jason, last week it was, like a 2-mile stretch in between blacktops or something? Or did I not hear that right? Just, you never know.
On the other side of the blacktop, we don't have that open to the east. Is it level B now, or?
Yeah.
North from that west corner, is that maintained? County line, it doesn't show.
Like I don't know, they have lots of money in there, I don't want to move the landlocked, you really know when you got people changing hands with property, the way stuff's getting swapped around these days.
Any more questions, comments?
I'd say leave it the way it is.
Is that a motion?
It sure can be.
A motion and support to leave the road the way it is. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Undecided.
What's that?
I'll abstain, I'm undecided.
Motion carried. Approve appointing Keith Ron, engineer as zoning administrator.
Got anything you want to add?
Do you have room for one more hat?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, this was discussed during my hiring, I am comfortable with doing zoning, I've done it, or not necessarily the actual zoning part, but I've been in development services for years in my previous position. In working with, Northwest Iowa Planning, we've handled, not a rezone so far, but we've handled various board of adjustment actions and issuing a permit, and it's pretty straightforward, I feel. We did speak with Northwest Iowa Planning, so there's a separate contract, which is what the next item is as well, maybe these should be taken together. But, that contract would go away, but we still can rely on them for any, assistance as needed as members of, the organization, so. They have no issue with it. The 90-day provision in the contract, they have no issue with that either. If we would stipulate that we do it January 1, they said they would concur. They're here to help as needed. So they're fine with it as well.
They're a pretty easy group to work with.
They are. They've been very good to work with, and when I have questions, I have no issue with calling them to ask.
So can I make one motion for both items, or do we gotta do them separate?
Thank you, Michelle.
Maybe separate, just so, I don't know if it matters, but.
I'd make a motion to appoint Keith as the engineer and zoning administrator and terminate the agreement with Northwest Iowa Planning and Development.
Is that one motion or two motions? One motion? Have a motion? Support. And support to appoint Keith and terminate the agreement. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Approve pay increase for Teresa Williams as dispatcher.
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion, and I'll support that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Approve Midwest Group Benefits Incorporated as HSA administrator.
They are currently our HSA administrator, we just haven't signed their contract or approved with them as their administrator for that.
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion. And support to approve Midwest Benefits Incorporated as HSA administrator. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Consider approval realignment of North Central Iowa and Northwest Iowa local workforce development region.
I'm on that board, and, the state is basically making it so rough for each department, it's not easy for two of them to go together. So I think it's a good deal for joining forces.
Same representation.
Everything stays the same, just have to drive further.
For who you go?
The last one was at Storm Lake. Yeah. And once this is put together, I think that group Fort Dodge is in on that one. I don't know if they're gonna be about back and forth between the two, or if they're just gonna go to a lot of Zoom meetings, or probably do a lot more Zoom meetings.
And that's okay.
Yep.
Any other questions, comments?
I'll make a motion.
On the motion, Chief, support. And support for that consideration and approval. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Discuss wage matrix. Anybody got any comments, questions? Yay, nay? I'm, would just assume not do it. I don't think benefits are gonna be realized. It's just my comment. It looks like a lot of work for somebody. Yes, it does. Any other?
I think the work has value, I think it'd be a wise thing to do, I just don't think there's buy-in, so it's reasonable this time. I think it gives us solid information for both staff and the public as to what wages are at and why, far better than my opinion, our current approach. And I think it would be good, but no, I do not believe there is money that would make it worthwhile at this point. And to the contrary of my thoughts on it, Greg made the best point that he said, so the two counties he referenced spent $15,000, $20,000 and found out they were about $5,000 off on wages. Okay, make a darn good point there, but I still do think it would be valuable information and a solid consideration of positions in a worthwhile process, but I agree, I think it's not the time for doing now.
Is there a motion? Don't need a motion. Just not gonna do it?
I almost think we should have to have a motion to.
Yeah, just so we have in the minutes, we'll talk clear back from Dave Stoll, try to receive minutes and emails.
I'll make that motion.
Mike has a motion not to do it. Do I have a second? I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. It's 9:00. Eldridge Agency on Aging Annual Report.
Hi. How are y'all?
Good.
I don't know if Amy, our administrative assistant, sent this over. Oh, well,
She did, yes, she did.
Oh, well,
But she didn't know if you would be here or not, so she
I'm
sent it
here.
over and I
Okay.
copies, just
Okay.
in case.
perfect. Did you all get this sheet? This is
Yeah.
the really important one. I
This
want
is
you
the-
to know. Okay, good, good. I'm gonna get this one to Larry too. Larry Cudley is with us today. He's on our board of directors with
They
Eldridge.
send our sympathy.
Not at all, not at all. We very much enjoy and appreciate him. We're very fortunate to have him on our board, so. But I will let you send sympathy cards, whatever you want to do. So my name is Stacia Timmer. I am the COO over at Eldridge. I'm in our Spencer office. We cover 29 counties in case some of you are new to this or haven't heard about us or our services. We have 4 physical locations, Spencer, Carroll, Mason City, and Fort Dodge. Like I said, I'm in our Spencer office. And we have a staff person over here in Sibley as well. So We, like I said, cover 29 counties. We go to every one of our board supervisors in each of those 29 counties and share with them the same information and this data specific to their county. I think it's really important for counties to see what we're doing within them. I can give you a very good general overview of all the really great, wonderful things we're doing in all of our counties. But obviously, as a board supervisor, you are really more interested in what's going on in Osceola County. You all might know we have a congregate meal site here in Sibley, and that has sort of resurrected, and I'm really excited about the fact that we have 2 people working in there. We have a catered food service coming out of Lake Park. Carsonson's has been doing a really good job, and people seem to like the food. That's the one thing, if people don't like the food, they are not shy to let us know about it. So I have heard nothing. And Carsonson's out of Lake Park, I'm really happy to support small businesses. They are fantastic and want to do more. They're like, do you want to do this 2 days, or two times a day? Can we do it on the weekends? And I'm like, well, let's like slow down. What we're doing is working really well. We want to do that well before we try to grow and expand. But it's going, and as you can tell, last fiscal year, so this is fiscal year 22, excuse me. We provided about 1,983 congregate meals. That might have been a little bit lower than past years, just because, unfortunately, COVID is still having a little bit of an after effect where people, I find, are still comfortable being home. They like the idea of meals getting delivered to them, which I would find that myself. But we're trying to get people to come out and start congregating again, socializing, all of those fun things. So I anticipate that number going up. But our home delivered, as you can tell, were pretty high. So 1,489 home delivered meals were also provided. We do contract with Osceola Community Health. We have several subcontracts throughout all 29 of our counties. We don't provide a direct service per se, so we do have funds available, federal and state funds that we can pull down to subcontract for direct services. So here in Osceola, we do that with Community Health. We also have a subcontract for transportation, which is wonderful, especially in a smaller community such as Sibley and the surrounding area. The Osceola Communities Express, so we do subcontract with them, and that's a really good partnership. We're happy to have transportation. Seems to be transportation and nutrition are always our top 2 needs within communities, and to be able to have these 2 here in Sibley, we're really fortunate to have that. Services directly provided by Elderbridge are also on this sheet. So we do provide case management, caregiver. We do also an Iowa Return to Community, which is like a care transitions program for individuals coming out of a hospital or nursing home stay, getting them back home, setting up services so that the whole goal is they do not readmit into the hospital or back into the nursing home or skilled care. That has been a really good program. We are trying to expand that. Right now, I can't say we have a ton of it going on here in Osceola. It started as a pilot in Clay County. We've expanded over into Hancock and Cerro Gordo, and are right now looking to receive a little bit more funding so we can provide this in other communities. On the back side, it kind of talks about how we break down our requests from you as a board. We go according to the 60-plus population. So Elderbridge receives funding specific to 60 and over. 60 is the definition of an older adult across America. And so last year, it looks like the funds we received were $4,848. Last fiscal year, we provided about $89,671 worth of service here in Osceola. That comes to about an 1,850% return on your investment. So it's a pretty good investment. This year, we're asking for $310 a senior, which is 10 cents more than what we asked last year, which is about roughly $500 more that we're requesting this year than last. So our request for this year is $5,208.
With these meals and stuff, do any of those go like Ochi, no, Harris?
Well, if we have volunteers that will deliver to those communities, yes. If those individuals want to come into Sibley, they certainly can, to go to the senior center and eat in. That is so dependent on the volunteers that we have to deliver. Yeah. So I would say the majority of them are probably right here in Sibley. We do, if people live in those other communities and need meals, we have Sisters Meals and we have a contract with, Sisters and, there's another meal provider, Mom's Meals out of Des Moines. They are really good meals, they're home cooked, they're frozen and delivered right to their doorstep. So if people in those communities aren't able to get our home delivery meals at our congregate sites, we certainly can set them up with those meals.
Is that advertised at all?
It probably isn't openly advertised. When people contact Elder Bridge, we do an assessment and we see that there is a nutrition need. We can certainly put them into one of our programs and then get those set up for them.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Who does Ocheetans, do you know? Do they do their own, or you guys go to Ocheetan?
Yeah, we cover Ocheetan.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yep. Any other questions? I'm always trying to be aware of your time.
Answered mine.
We can give a lot of information quickly, but I'm always happy to talk more, again. Larry, did you have anything?
Maybe you want to talk about Iowa Phase, I know we don't have.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But it's a great program.
Yes, thank you. So kind of going along the nutrition program, let's see, about 2 years ago, when COVID was kind of at its peak, the state provided us a grant to go out and try to be a little bit more innovative in the fact that what we see across the nation is a decline in people that are participating in the congregate meal program. There is a stigma revolving around senior centers where most of the congregate meal sites are provided that is either for really old people or really poor people. We get that here. We get it around Spencer. I hear people say, well, I'm not that old. I don't need to go to the senior center. Or I can afford my own food. It's not about either of those things. It's really about socialization and getting a meal. What we did, and we got funding from the state to do, was to partner with restaurants to provide what we call Iowa Cafe, which is the name of the program. And it's basically saying this restaurant is going to sort of act as a congregate meal site. If you are 60 and over, you can call into our office. You'll receive kind of a little debit card that you get to utilize within that restaurant. We sort of pick and choose certain things off of their already supported menu. So you have maybe a smaller portion menu to pick from. You can go any time of the day it's open, any day of the week, utilize this card. And right now we had 15 meals on that, but it's become such a huge, a very popular program that in order to sustain it and still get meals to people, we are now providing, I believe we went down to 6 meals per month on this card that they can utilize at a participating restaurant. Right now we have, I believe we have 10 restaurants that are participating. We do not have one here in Sibley at the time, but our hope would be that if we get further funding to sustain this program, that we could, again, expand. It meets a need where there are not congregate locations, or we see that there are not participants at the senior center, so let's give them another option. It's been very successful, people really like it, and it serves the purpose, so.
I think you do it, don't you do it at Jay's down in Sanborn?
Yes, no, we do it at, what's the one in Hartley? The barbecue place.
Crazy Bob?
Crazy Bob, thank you. Yes, we have one at Crazy Bob.
They must have some other program in it, Jay's, because it's,
They use that,
it's a revolving.
your lunch thing or whatever,
Is it?
dinner date.
Yeah, it's a revolving door. Can't hardly find a seat for this.
Nice, nice. Yeah.
Would you bring a restaurant to Sibley so we could?
Well, we did look, honestly, when the senior center wasn't up and running, I talked to Larry about it, I said, what about that little, coffee shop?
Or whatever, or the lantern.
Yes, the lantern, we talked about that, but we weren't sure that they serve actual meals,
And 10:15 now, they've been open noon, so I guess now, maybe.
maybe there's a possibility. Yeah.
Thank you for your time. If you
Yeah.
have any more questions, thank you for all you do.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Larry.
You betcha. It's a good day.
You too, have a good New Year.
Yes, you too, happy New Year.
Spencer's gonna be a little late.
What's that?
Spencer's gonna be a little late.
Tell them we charge.
Take it off our bill already.
Let's jump to, approve resolution number 28, for certifying the utilities tax.
This is, we get them from the state, but evidently we need to do a resolution on it, that we've never done before, so
I'll make that motion.
we're doing it.
Support.
Motion with support to approve resolution number 28. Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Schulte? Aye. Mr. Landon?
Aye.
Mr. DeBoer? Aye. Mr. Bahamas votes aye. Approve four-year appointments effective 1/2/2023 to be, will you leave all that?
No,
Want to do all in one motion?
I think we can, Kevin.
Yeah. I'll make that motion.
Make a motion to approve those four-year appointments. And we have support. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Just put a little bid out, we need somebody in Viola Township to take over as clerk. And Shane Tree has been trying to find people. This hearing's supposed to be done. And everybody she calls,
Who does it now?
Terrence Clark, he wants to get off it. That she has tried several people.
Who's all on there?
Let's see. Onken, Greg Onken, right, yeah, Greg Onken, and I think one of the Eddie boys, Tony Eddie. Carol Coburn, on there, or Scott Julius. But she's tried several people, and no one could.
Carol will be in Wyoming, she'll be in Wilson. She's right over the line there.
We just need to find somebody. She doesn't know what else to do, who else to call.
So then she's got to do it.
That's right.
Well, if we don't have a clerk, who's taking involved?
I don't know, trying to vice chair this, and I don't know who that is.
Oh, there's Tom Kuiper do it.
I don't know how I know.
Let's see this.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he'd be good.
Yeah, that's all right now.
Here's Ashley, that used to be the sheriff, attention,
I don't know if she did about that one either.
or the president, working on his name.
Yeah, Nathan. But he's a traveling nurse, so I don't think he's around a lot. I think he's traveling right now. So those are two names I should probably take into contact her, so. Okay.
All
I'll
right.
mention those to her.
Look for a Viola person.
So, the update on the 23 evaluation at Sharon, we'll get.
I think she just walked into the treasurer's office.
Yeah, Carol lives in, she lives by Wyoming.
What on? Greg number, did she say?
Yeah. Oh, there's no shooting to it.
Wouldn't hurt to ask, maybe they've already asked.
She just went downstairs to see what it is.
She tried no shooting.
Yeah, it's just a board supervisor meeting.
Yeah, I think she has. She's been trying, so I called and then she calls and no one calls her back.
Senators.
No.
Yeah.
Senator.
Manages the elevator.
Oh, yeah. You were right there,
We have a line.
yeah.
Well, we were supposed to have Christmas this past weekend to everybody, and then the weather prevented Trevor, so, and the harm side didn't do that either, so. I don't know, when we go to Minneapolis, we'll have Christmas then, or in the harm side, maybe the 14th, because then Ally doesn't work that weekend. You work around two nurses' schedules here. Caitlin, I don't know.
The whole weather.
Yeah, yeah. Trevor was coming until Thursday when he woke up and realized that it wasn't worth it. I mean, it's 4.5 hours on good roads, and it was taking longer, and then you got a 2-month-old baby, and something would happen, that would be not worth it, you know? Yeah, some of that was low.
That was close.
Yeah, they usually go through, you know, Watertown, or he would've went through Mitchell, depending on,
Oh, yeah. Son, daughter-in-law.
who.
Terrence's son or daughter-in-law.
Yeah, actually, that's crossed my mind too.
Yeah, Boston and the, Peter. Okay. Terrence had open heart surgery.
You're up, Sharon.
Really?
This one, okay, yeah, 2022, residential sales is, what I analyzed to determine what I'm gonna do for 2023. So, for residential, we had, 94 arm's length transactions. We usually have about upper 70s, mid-80s, so we actually had more than last year. But that's only 5% of all our residential. Yeah. But that is the number I have to live with to determine what I'm gonna do for 2023. And, it looks like I have a median of around 72.9. So that means I have to put on an average of 35% on all the residential. And of course, I won't be spreading that across the board. Some will be more, some will be less. So, I've never seen a year like this. I mean, I've been at 20%, and I've done the whole county, and I've done just two, and I've done just the A. But unfortunately, I have to live with that median. And if I don't make the increase, the state will. And at this point, it doesn't look like I can't get there. So then that means I'll increase them where I think they could be and press the top end of the market. And then, the state will probably get an order, which I'll probably have to try and protest, but, you know, with sales and the median. The biggest problem I have is, you know, the sampling is 5% of all our residential, and 50% of those are in Sibley. So
so I have to adjust the whole county based on those numbers, so,
But don't
anyway.
they take into consideration the interest rates and all that kind of stuff?
Well, that's, no, no. So, I've been doing this for 35 years, I never lowered residential, ever. But now, from what you read, interest rates are going up. Of course, we still have low inventory and, you know, high cost of construction, but interest rates are going up, so that may slow the housing market up to 20%. By the time the assessment rolls go out, we may be slowed up a little bit, but certainly, by the time the taxes are figured on it. I don't know what Sibley's gonna do with extra valuation. 2 years ago, the value didn't change, and they lowered the levy $2. So, then last year, the values went up, so they raised the levy $1.30. You know, so we got this seesaw thing going on. So now they're gonna get more valuation, I don't know what their budget's gonna look like, but so, more valuation, more levy, they're gonna gain some on the rollback, but it's not enough to offset these increases. So I don't think the state's seen a situation like this either. Unfortunately, the rollback is a state number, not a county number. So they say the larger jurisdictions pretty much dictate what that rollback is gonna be. Right now, whatever I assess things at, pay taxes on 56% of that. You know, that may go down to 50 or 48, but not enough to offset the increase. You know, we'll look at all the pictures that come through that, on these houses that are listed, and paint the cabinets white, put in some unplaned flooring, and double your money. It's golden. So, and you know, unfortunately, we don't know about those things. So, I'm gonna be I'm looking at every house individually, make sure the grade is good, the condition is good, the depreciation is where we want it, and then the numbers will be just where the numbers are, okay? Not gonna look at a name, I'm not gonna pick on people, that's not how I do this. You know, it is what it is. But I just wanna, I'm just gonna give you a printout of where I think I'm gonna put conference coordinators. So this next year. So, you can flip through these 20%, 50%, 107%, 30%, all over the board. And just solar house is gonna have to go 100%. You know, interior photos, you know, we don't know about some of those things. I just want you guys to understand the process. I've not been through this before. I'm gonna raise these values, not straight across the board, and, understand that, I hope you understand that I know what I'm doing, and I'm hoping to survive this attack that's gonna happen. It's not good timing, you know, first of all, we've got inflation, people are, you know, just trying to eat and, you know, eat their own. For gas and everything, so. Luckily Christmas is over, and I can bring rich stuff here.
Are your smaller towns, and just run across a certain kind of mountains,
Yeah, Melvin.
the percentage is gonna go through the roof in Melvin?
Yeah, it is. Absolutely is, because of sales in Melvin. We normally don't hardly have
I
any
know.
sales in Melvin.
Yeah.
And now we've had a few, and we go down and visit with Craig, and he goes, what are they thinking? Yeah, I know, but the 2% money is not out there anymore. It's gotta change from a 15-year mortgage to a 30-year mortgage, doesn't it? It's gonna pay 7%? I don't know. And here's the biggest problem I got.
I think I got the highest one of all the supervisors in this package.
I haven't found mine yet.
If I don't, okay, so it takes a lot of the lower valuations to get raised to make up, I can't raise the ones at the top end, 35%, because the highest sale we have in Sibley is $350,000. I have homes assessed at over 300,000. So how can I justify taking them to 400 and 450 when our highest sale is 350? So you know how many of the little guys I gotta raise? If I don't take my upper end ones up 35%, it's just, the numbers just don't work. They just don't work.
So the ones that right now are the lower end and kind of get, like on homestead and military credit, they never probably paid taxes before, so the chances of them paying taxes now probably will happen, right?
Well, yeah, that's the thing, but, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with those top end ones, because the ones, the houses that are flying off the shelf are not the $250,000 to $350,000. They're the ones, they're the affordable housing. You know, they're the ones that are essentially the window, that affordable housing window. And if you're 50,000 or below, I'm telling you, every landlord in this town is buying them up. I looked at a house for a friend who was moving, and she wanted to know what I thought, and I go in the house and go, I got you assessed at 25,000. I think I might have you over assessed, but I didn't tell her that. She sold it to a landlord for 42,000, and I'm telling you, the condition of the house is like, really? So, the landlords are snarking them up, they're in the picture, they're not.
And when I see the number on my house, it's $70 that they don't.
Okay, you should.
Put it on the market.
You put it on the market. Yeah, I get, that story I hear all the time. I wish I had deep pockets in a checkbook, because I'd be writing a lot of checks.
Or so did I have to resign as supervisor, and I have to go on my desk.
Oh, yeah, that I saw. This time around was too soon. I'm looking at next number.
Like 57%, a lot,
How much?
57%.
That's a lot, isn't it? Yeah. But if the degrade is correct, the depreciation is right, the condition is right, that's when the numbers came in. So here's the note that's gonna go out with these values is call first. We got these ones, call. And we'll set up an appointment. We'll come out and take a look at what we're talking about. You know what you have, we need to know exactly where we're at, and then, then we'll talk. We're not being stubborn, we're not gonna casually not think that we're 100% right. We just have to work with what we got, and that's the median of 72.9. So absolutely, we'll walk through these things and we'll talk about it. We get to do informal assessments, which is nice, for the month of April. Okay, before they just had to do assessment rules went out, they had to go to board review. We get to do informal now, so we can easily talk to these people, talk them through it, and then make our inspections and maybe conditions wrong,
So what about like ag buildings, will those go up,
Well, we don't know about ag yet, but
like hog buildings?
put up $1 million hog building and, you're assessed at $150,000. Farmers they don't care, they don't complain. They got the best deal going. I don't know what ag is gonna do in Osceola County. I think it'll remain the same or maybe down a little. They take the land value, the assessed land value divided by market value, and they come up with what we call a Dijkstra number. So right now, if you put up a brand new ag building, you're only assessed at 18%. And then you get a rollback on top of that. So the egg buildings are just, let's just say we don't have any farmers complain about land or building. But residential can be a concern. And I don't know yet what we're doing with commercial, they'll be going up, but we got a new manual, so all these things are priced on a new manual, new cost, which helps me get the values up. So.
The legislature's so concerned with real estate taxes
Yeah.
being paid this year, maybe they'll offset it.
Maybe they will. Yeah, no, I know, that is out there. I do think, it might not make it, but by the time taxes are figured on this, something might happen, because I do hear some talk that my association and the department is talking about, this situation. But honestly, I don't take equalization orders. I council meeting in 35 years, I've had 2. And on commercial, never had one on residential, but this time around, if I'm doing my job and I'm just taking these things up as much as I can and where I think they need to be. You know, I can't go to the state and with any real facts, but I'm just gonna go to the state and say, listen, these are where they need to be, this is my jurisdiction, and I don't agree with this order. So, I mean, I'll give it, you'll probably try and try to fight an order, but I'm just gonna put these things where I think they should be. And I need your support. Don't throw me under the bus, okay? I've been doing this a long time, and I'm giving it my a lot of time and consideration.
Well, I can see that development, the last 20 years, they've been $25,000 houses, and now they've, what, tripled, then? They more than that.
So anyway, just wanted to give you the
Okay,
what if here.
thank you for your time, Karen.
Thank you. One last thing, what do you think about January 11th for my first conference board meeting?
We meet on Wednesday instead of Tuesday.
I'll be out of town.
Do you, the chairman? The new chairman? I don't want to know yet.
We're leaving the 8th and coming back the 12th.
So what meetings or shall are my options?
They're meeting the 3rd, 10th, 24th, and 27th.
Well, what do you want to do?
You can do it without me, that's fine.
You don't get out that easy.
Understand that.
I think I'm gonna be there too. Whatever. What do you, Mike? You two decide.
Now, Rochelle and I talked about it.
Okay.
Going down to visit a friend of ours, she's 104.
We'll get there. He's here. We can, have a motion to suspend the regular meeting. Support, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. We are recessed. Now I will open drainage district 64 and 65. I need to approve December 27, 2022 agenda.